Move it over. Would you?
Dandavas, Maharaj.
Madhava.
Dandavas Keshav Prabhu.
Dhanyavad. Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
Haribol. Haribol.
Happy to see you, Maharaj. Happy to
Yes,
see you,
Prabhu.
Keshav Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Ananditya. There she is.
Anindita.
Madhava.
All family. How are you, Maharaj?
I'm good, Prabhu. Thank you. I'm okay. You all look happy,
Very good.
healthy. Good. Still cold there, huh?
Yeah, I think in the next mes, ¿cómo se dice en inglés? Month.
Month.
The next month, ya could go. No, I think this month, final, this month,
March.
yeah, March,
Hopefully
could go.
spring will come. Primavera.
Primavera. Beautiful. Today, Maharaj, today con Luciana Prabhu.
I hope so. He-
Oh,
I hope. I'm hoping.
oh. The Saturday, the Saturday is the better day of week because we had possibility to look to Vaishnava.
Right. Do you go out on Sankirtan? Do you Sankirtan in the no?
Yeah, now no, but I think in few days,
Go.
family Sankirtan in the street. I think transmission in Facebook in direct.
Because the people like to see the Vaishnavas also. You like to see the Vaishnavas, but the people outside also, they like to see the Vaishnavas. So,
People, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
yes, yes. Hare Krishna, Devahuti Didi.
Dandavat,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Maharaj.
Dandavat.
Dandavat, Hare Krishna for everyone.
Namaste.
Dandava.
Dandavat.
Teresa coming?
I'm not sure.
Well,
Maharaj, Uma Devi Dasi, she will not join us because has got work and they don't permit her.
yeah.
Last week, Kana Priya said she'd be coming this week.
Okay. Ariyananda Prabhu. I
Yes,
have
Maharaj.
I have a question for you.
Okay. You. No, sorry, Maharaj, no understand. You question me? Or I?
I want to ask you a question.
I.
Okay. What is the universe?
What is the universe?
Yes.
Universe is part of Lord Krishna. Is little part the Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is all. Is and universe Kala is part of Krishna. En el Bhagavad Gita, Kala, el karma, all is Krishna. Universe, planet, all. I think that.
Okay. What is your relation to the universe?
My relation with universe is a little particular in all estructura, infinite estructura, universe, dissolve are little particles, but similar quality the Señor the Lord Krishna, but little. Lord Krishna very much. Little soul quality little.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad English. In Spanish, I can express better these ideas.
Okay. I was thinking today that the universe, I also thought this before, but today it came to me, my memory. The universe is an idea, a thought.
I read book the thinkers speak Hermes de Grecia, Hermes Trismegisto. Universe is mind of God. No, I don't know.
Oh,
Hermes Trismegisto, why Grecia? Sócrates, Platón, Hermes. He speak. Universe is mind of God. Mind of God.
Because no one has seen the universe. No one can see the universe. No?
Okay.
Then what is it? If we don't see it, but we talk about it, then what is it?
Pregunta qué es.
Pregunta.
¿Qué es?
We can't see it. Nobody has ever seen it. No one. The whole universe, nobody ever saw it. Yet we say it is there. Huh? Because
think,
it's
Maharaja,
in our head. It's an idea. It's an idea in our head.
I think, Maharaj, our mind is limited, very limited, or sensed, look, tocar, limited. It is impossible for our mind explain about universe. But the Shastras and Gurus and Vaishnava write about topic in this Srimad Bhagavatam, speaking about universe, is better because philosopher or simple man, I am simple man, ignorant. No, I don't know how to knowledge. My mind is little. No, I no have capacity for explain this question. No, I know had snow. Only have I little idea of my master, you, and Vaishnava. But my mind is little.
Ariananda Prabhu in telefono.
El teléfono.
One moment. ¿Por qué? Nuestra cabeza. Little.
What did you write? In Spanish?
I'll use a translator. No one has ever seen the whole universe, yet we say it is there because it is an idea in our head. The whole universe does actually exist as an idea in our mind. So Vishva Gurun means because he's Sundar Govinda, he's completely attracting our minds. He's the guru of the universe, the guru of the biggest thought. He's attracting that biggest thought because he's so beautiful, like that kind of.
one who knows that the universe is only a part of his understanding of things is already superior to it.
Okay, Chava Prabhu, please.
The universe is only one idea. We have another idea also, that is Krishna. Krishna is a bigger idea than the universe for us, for a devotee. A materialist sees the universe as the whole and all. His only idea is the universe, the whole. But for devotee, Krishna is bigger, a bigger idea, in which the universe is only a small part. So it's all relative, huh? Vishwakarun, the universal guru, can tell the difference. Between the universe and Krishna. Puts them in their proper perspective. Nandavats Kanupriya Didi Hari Bol.
Nandavas Maharaj, Hare Krishna, all the devotees. How are you?
Good, good. You look like you're healthy today.
I am healthy today.
Uh,
Feeling well.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Que Chava Prabhu, for you and Maharaj.
The universe,
And
according
devotee.
to Greek thinker Hermes Trismegistus, said that the universe is the mind of God. And then what we hear in the scriptures, it's mentioned about Krishna, and we will accept what that says. He once read that Srila Prabhupada, who said that Lord Krishna is the supreme controller, supreme enjoyer, and the supreme controller. And whoever understands and accepts these three premises should be considered a sage.
That's right.
A sage.
Okay. So I remember that Srila Sridhar Maharaj, one devotee brought up to him the question about the World War III. He asked Sridhar Maharaj, should we be worried about World War III? Nowadays, especially, Russia is attacking Ukraine, and Europe is also threatening. And they are also saying, what can Europe and the United States do to stop them? So some type of battle may happen with Russia and the Western world. World War III is possible. Anyhow, so they asked him, what would happen? What should the devotees think if World War III comes? And Sridhar Maharaj told, World War III, let it be. Let it be. Not an important thing. How was he able to think like that? How can devotees understand that? So we have to have a proper conception of what the world is, what the universe is. Then we can understand why he was saying like that. Yeah, something to think about.
And sometimes you're saying material world is first a dream from Mahavishnu and then a dream from Brahma. So it's a dream in a dream.
Yes.
In Brahma Samhita, Buddha explain about this all this topic, but this chapter is very difficult. It's very difficult comprender, entender, understand. This book is very difficult for me. I had this book, but no read because it's very difficult for me. No understand this book.
And do you know in Spanish what the word imagination is? Imagination, you know that word? Imagination.
Imaginación.
You know, huh?
Uh-huh.
So I read that the Bhagavatam as the imagination of Krishna, of Brahma. They are creating the world. The world is the imagination of Brahma and of Krishna, Vishnu. It seems real to us, but for Krishna, that's their imagination. And we are living in that. And we are also imagining that we are living in that. What is that?
Brahma Samhita.
Very nice. All right. Oh, very nice.
Prabhuji Mutado. There's no sound, Hariyananda. No sound.
You just have to see, don't have to hear.
Sorry. Is copy or original? No, copy all put in.
More symbols.
Beautiful. Pero very complicated to understand this book for my entendiment, my impossible in this life.
It's magic.
Krishna is very creative. He has a creative imagination.
Mm.
What he imagines, we take to be real or substantial.
Maharaj,
Yes.
Anindita had the question for you about experience this web driving. She sent question for you, Maharaj. Yeah.
Something strange happened to us because we saw a car on the road on the way to France whose license plate is Ananda. I couldn't believe my eyes. It is impossible for that registration to exist because it must have numbers. Can you tell me what it could mean?
No real. It's real.
Car. Yeah, no number, Ananda. Impossible.
Very impossible.
Why no number? It's not legal. Legal number.
Maybe a Vishnu Duta was coming.
Krishna reciprocates.
And
Ananda.
All universe open the Lord Vishnu, no? No one universe.
many
Yes.
universes. Om Purnam Madah Purnamidam. Of the whole, many holes are coming. One hole, many holes come. Just like a mother can produce many children. Each child is independent. Or she can produce more than one hole, another hole is coming, then another hole is coming, like that. Each one is whole. So mother can do that, then Krishna can also do that. Mother produces child, Krishna can produce a universe. Or Vishnu. Well, he actually produces a Brahma. Vishnu produces Brahma, and Brahma produces the universe. So where does the universe come from? Brahma. How does the universe come from Brahma? his thought, his imagination. So we are living within Brahma's creation.
Maharaja, I had the question about topic.
Can I say one thing before you ask your question?
Uh, why the soul decided to descend?
What is this?
Kecha Prabhu?
He's asking why did the soul decide to descend?
Hey. Yes, thank you.
Mm. And by association. Sangha. By Sangha, by associating with a material person, we become materialists. We originally have a high conception, you can say neutral idea. Tatashta Shakti. Mean neutral. Original position is neutral. But when that neutral comes in touch with the exploitive personalities, then we become influenced by that association and come down. If the neutral position comes in contact with the transcendental devotees, then they go up. When devotees come in contact with a devotee, they can go up back to Godhead. When you come in contact with a materialist person, then you go down. You're influenced to go down. So everything depends upon our association. We are tatashta, but by association, we can go down or we can go up. And when we go down, we become so much influenced by that material association that even we come in contact with the devotee, it is also difficult to get out of that habit, exploitive habit that we acquire after so many millions of lives of bad association. So if in our life we do some good activities and we come in contact with a Vaishnava and do some beneficial activities to that Vaishnava, then we will get a chance to meet other devotees again and make progress back to our spiritual life, spiritual consciousness or Krishna consciousness. So we are depending upon Sangha, Sadhu-Sanga. That will help us go up. And asadhu will help us go down. Otherwise, we are neutral. We don't know which way to go, up or down. But by direction of the sadhu, we can understand how to go up. And by continued association, we can go further and purify our existence of all bad association, bad conceptions, or misconceptions, and make progress in our spiritual life. Clear?
Yes, Maharaj.
Maharaj, sorry. Can I ask a question, Maharaj?
Yes?
Is my understanding that we came from the Lord's marginal energy?
Yes.
So at that point, when we're created, or when we're coming from that marginal energy, how is it then we come down, and how do we get diverted? I know you're saying it through association.
Yes.
Is it still through association?
Yes. We are not the only soul. There are so many. Who we associate with, that will determine which direction we will go in. Of course, that is coming from original position, original tatastha. After, we may be also coming from a previous, what do you call, devastation of the universe. So we have acquired some prarabdhas, means bad habits, and like that. We will also be attracted to those who have the same habits. Or we may influence those good souls also to develop bad habits. Likewise, somehow if we come in contact with those who have developed the good qualities, we can also be influenced by that. Everything depends on association. Ado Shraddha, Rupa Goswami told us. Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu-Sanga. Here's how we start. To have faith in the sadhus. That's how it all starts. Ado means it's the first point of entry. First point of entry. Ado. Then Shraddha. And Shraddha is in Sadhu-Sanga, in association with the devotees. And then from there, everything goes. Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishta. And like that, we go up. Get free from material entanglement, material conditioning.
Ariananda is asking if leaving that neutral position to associate, because of associating with exploiters, is the cause or the motivation of that? The misuse of free will? Or what else could it be?
Yeah. I don't know, use of free will. We choose to go in that direction. When you are a young child, you associate with so many other children. Parents are always telling you, don't associate with them. They're not going to help you. They'll give you a bad direction in your life. So we have to be careful as a child. If you associate with bad children, then you might become also bad. Or if you are brought up in a family where they engage in all bad activities, you may also develop that kind of mentality. Not necessarily, though, of course.
Prahlad Maharaj.
Yes, Prahlad Maharaj, he was born in the family of demons. But Of course, he heard from Narada Muni in the womb. So he was purified. When he came out. But if we don't have that chance, then we will have to be influenced by our environment. And sometimes by the good merits we have derived from previous lifetimes, we may be able to withstand that bad environment and not become influenced by them, but go off in a good direction. It's not, there's no simple formula. These are very deep and complex things. But it's not difficult to understand how we become influenced or can become influenced by our environment. So the Vedas recommend that we associate with the Guru and the Vaishnavas. Then we can make progress back to Godhead.
Right. And also that's why we're given those limbs of surrender, because you have to reject what's not favorable to devotion and accept. So it gives you some guidelines on how to navigate what you experience if you're fixed in the goal.
Yeah. Main thing is association. Association, and association means we should associate with those who are a little higher than ourselves. And therefore surrender and service is necessary to stay in that association, to get benefit from that association. We want to be influenced by that higher association. We want that influence. We want them to influence our lives. That is our only chance. And of course, if we have some progress in our life, then others who will come in contact with us will also get some benefit. Right? But devotee always knows is because of his association with the higher Vaishnavas that he is able to benefit anyone and get some benefit for himself. Yes? Huh? No? Not difficult. Not difficult. People become so confused about that. How did we come here? We just have to understand, Sridhar Maharaj told very clearly, we come from the Tatastha Shakti, means the neutral position. Then by association, that neutral position can be modified, conditioned this way or that way. Yes.
So to like try to challenge a little bit, if we're all Tatastha Shakti, anyone who we come in association with is also marginal. So at what point did the marginal potency go in the exploitive direction? Who could have been that catalyst if all bad association is originally marginal? What was the first catalyst of exploitation?
I don't know.
Krishna's desire, it must be. It must fulfill
Whatever.
something.
We don't know. everything cannot be known by us. This is the point. We cannot know everything. It's not our position. That's Krishna's position. Krishna's position to know everything. Sometimes we see when Brahma creates the first living entities, sometimes they do the nice things, sometimes they don't. Narada Muni was very nice. But other sons of the Prajapatis, they were not very nice. Why? I don't know. That was Brahma's creation. Some purpose was being fulfilled. We don't know those things.
Right.
After the fact, we may know, but not during the time. Like you start a fire. You start a fire in your backyard to cook some potatoes. Make some fried potatoes on your backyard, on your grill. Somehow the spark goes out from the grill and it lights the grass. Grass on your yard, and that grass becomes on fire, and the trees get fire, and then the whole forest burns. You don't know how that happened. You were not planning that. You only planned to cook some potatoes. Yet so many things can happen without your knowing, without your will. So like that, we're not in control of everything. And we cannot know everything. Have a limited capacity, a limited role to play. Okay. Well, shall we have a kirtan? Who would like to lead the kirtan?
I don't mind, Maharaj.
Okay. We don't mind either.
Everyone's very quiet.
Yeah, I know. There are so many leaders here.
Let me get my clock out. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda.
Jaya
Shri
Shri
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri
Shri
Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ramo,
Hare
Ramo,
Rama
Ramo, Hare Hare.
Jaya Koranitai, 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 Jaya Koranitai.
Hare
Jaya Gora Nitai, Jaya Gora Nitai, Jaya Gora Nitai, Jaya Gora Nitai.
Jaya Koranitai, 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 Jaya Koranitai.
Gora Nitai, Jaya Gora Nitai, Jaya Gora Nitai, Jaya Gora Nitai.
Jaya Satinandana, Jaya Satinandana.
Jai Sati
Satinandana, Jaya Satinandana.
Jaya Satinandana, Gaura Hari.
Jaya Satinandana, Gaura Hare.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari.
Jaya Satinandana, Gaura Hari.
Jaya Satinandana, Gaura Hare.
Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai.
Jaya Gora Nitai, Jaya Gora Nitai, Jaya Gora Nitai, Jaya Gora Nitai.
Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Nita Gora Haribo, 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 Nita Gora Haribo.
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 Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Guru Dev, Srila Acharya Dev, Srila Santa Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai,
Srila Kirti Govardhan ki Jai.
Jai,
Srila Samaveda Bhaktivinda ki Jai.
Jai.
Glory to the worldwide devotees ki Jai.
Ja.
Jai.
Jai Go Premanandi. Hari Hari Hari
Hari Bol.
Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj ki jai.
Ja.
Jai.
And Lochan Prabhu, Dandavat.
Good afternoon, Maharaj.
Thank you for joining us. Hare Krishna. So page 38. Vandana.
Increíble.
Vandeham Shri Guru.
Shri Guru.
Shri Juta Padakamalam. Shri Guru Vaishnavam. Sri Rupa. Sahaja. Sadhaita. Sadhaita. Namo
Shri
Shri
Siddhanta
Siddhanta
Saraswati
Saraswati
Ki
Virita
Virita
Gaudiya
Bodhiya
Bhakta
Yoga Sankirtana Maya Bhakti Yoga
Krishna
Shadiyam Sukham Prada
Namo Lord
Vande Bhakti Yoga Shri Guru Shakti Swarupa Bhakti Radha Rasa Gaura Vrajaya Vaishnava Jagannath
Prabhu Vande Premati Vinda Vaisnavam Vanchakalapatarusha Kripa Sindhu Jaya Patitanam Pavanyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha
Panchatattva
Panchatattva Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavantam Bhaktayam Namami Bhakta Sakhitam
Namo
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya Namayoga Niste Namaha
Jayatam
Jayatakritavaroko
Mama
Matsarvasya Radha
Sri Gandhar Sriman Rasarasarami Bhamsi Vrindayai Priyai Krishna Bhakti
Satyavadya Namo Namaha Ajanata Mantra Guru Guru Bhagavata Yasa Mutapa Tatoya
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Vasudeva Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Charidev, Srila Santa Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Jai Samaveda Bhaktivedanta Ki Jai. All glory to worldwide devotees Ki Jai. Lord Premanandi Hari Hari Hari. We're going to sing some different bhajans today. Maybe we'll only sing a few because it's already late. We had a long introduction today. Page 29. Gurudev Kripa Bindutiya. Does anyone know this song?
Gurudeva Kirpa Bindu Diya Koroveda Setrina Pesati Dina Gurudeva Kirpa Bindu Diya Koroveda Sakala Sahane Bolodija Koroni Yamane Sirpahina
Sakala samsare bodhiyataro yamane vitrahina.
Sakale samana purite sakati deonakta yakta yakta.
Sakale samana bodhite sakati deonata yakta.
Sabe tu gaivo harinama suke aparada javea. Sabe tu gaivo harinama suke aparada javea. Kadejeno kirpa la vida ellana kirta yajo y penana. Kadejeno kirpa ellana kirta yajo y penana. Sati budhina amyati dina kormore atmasata. Sati budhina amyati dina kormore atmasata. Yo yata vichare kichuna hipai tomara karuna sara.
Yodata vishare kichunahi pare tomara karuna sara.
Karuna hoile kandiya kandiya prananarativo ara. Karuna hoile kandiya kandiya prananarativo ara. Jai Guru Deva, 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 Jai Guru Deva. Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol.
Sripad, thank you.
Hari
Very
Bol.
good.
Okay, and now 68, page 68.
Anat and Nitya Devi is effulgent like Gauranga,
Page 68.
the gold.
Does anyone know this?
I know this song, Maharaj, but this in a small book, it has lots of other extras in it.
On the pocket Kirtan guide?
From the pocket, yeah. I can sing it from the normal book. I think
Okay.
it has it in there. I think it's all in here. I just
Okay, Parama Karuna. Does anyone know this?
I know it, Maharaj, but from the other book. Anyone else would like to sing?
Do you mean the extras that are in the parentheses?
Yeah,
I think normally
I-
we don't sing those.
you don't sing those. Okay. Okay.
All right, I'll sing it. Parama Karuna Paundui Jana Nitai Gora Chandra Sabe Avatara Sarashiromani Kevala Ananda Kanda
Avatara Sarashiromani
Bhaja Bhaja Bhai Chaitanya Nitai Surida Vishvasa Kori Vishaya Chadiya Sera Se Majia Muke Bolo Hari Hari
Masirase Magia Muke
Deke Hori Bai Divane Nai Emanadaya Padata Pashu Pake Jure Pasanna Vidare Suniyara Gunagata Samsara Majia Rohila Padia Se Padena Hiloasa Pannakaroma Bunyaya Samana Kahayelo Chanadasa Paramakaruna Paundui Jana Nitai Gorachanda Jaya Nitai Goranga Nitai Goranga Nitai Goranga Nitai Goranga Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo Nitai Gora Ki Jai. All right. Now we lost Lochan Prabhu.
He will be right back.
Okay. Since it's late now, we'll go back to Prapanna Jivanamrita. Okay. And I have page 118. Yes. Anugraha, sorry. Jayo Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paribraja Kacharya Astatana Sata Shri Sripad Srila Bhakti Rakshak O Swami Maharaja Ki Jai. Anugraha Nigraha Ben Abedena Sevya Nuraga Sevya Nurga Eva Atma Nikshepa Virachaya Mai Dandam Dinabando Dayamba Katir Iha Nabhavata Kachiranya Mamasti Nipata Tu Satta Kotir Nirbaramba Navambas Tad Api Kila Payoda Tuyate Sattakena Sri Rupa Paradanam. Genuine self-dedication is deep attachment for one's master, considering reward and punishment equally. O friend of the needy, whether you chastise me or reward me in the whole wide world, I have no other shelter but you. Whether the thunderbolt strikes or torrents of fresh water shower down, the Chataka bird who drinks only the falling rainwater perpetually goes on singing the glories of the rain cloud. By Srila Rupa Goswami. So genuine self-dedication. This is how Rupa Goswami defines. I remember Srila Prabhupada, he once explained to us that in Germany during the war, many men, young men, had to fight. Go to the battle, sacrifice their lives for their cause. And the mothers used to go to the churches and pray, "Dear Lord, please bring my son back alive." That was the process. Young men would go to war, and the women, older women would go to the churches and pray, "Dear Lord, please bring my son back. Please bring my son back alive." And Prabhupada told, when the sons did not come back alive, the mothers stopped going to the church. They would not go to the church anymore. Their wishes had not been fulfilled, so they had no use. They had no use for the church anymore. They had no use for God. They considered God their order supplier. If he wasn't really willing to supply their order, then he had no use for them. They had no use for him. So this is the opposite. Opposite of Rupa Goswami's conception. Rupa Goswami is saying self-dedication is deep attachment for one's master, considering reward and punishment equally. Mahaprabhu himself gave the example in the Shikshastakam. Ashlishyava paradatam punashtamam adarshanam tata karotu va yata yata yavidati lampato prananatas tu saeva napara. He told, you are my Lord and Master. Told to praying to Krishna. He said, you are my Lord and Master, whether you make yourself visible to me or not. Whether you crush me in your embrace, trample upon my heart, or make me brokenhearted by never showing yourself to me. In any case, in all circumstances, I am your servant, unconditionally. No condition means reward or punishment. Even you come and show your love for me so much that you crush me by your embrace. Krishna is so powerful. He wants to show his love for you, and he comes, embraces you, and he crushes you. Or if he walks all over your heart, breaks your heart, ignoring whatever you want. Either case, I will worship you. You are my worshipable Lord. You are free to do as you like. What kind of consciousness is that? Right? What kind of heart? What kind of mood? What kind of love is that? This is the genuine devotion of an authentic Vaishnava. That explains it here. Just like the Chatika bird. Chatika bird, we have heard, drinks only water from the rain cloud. When the rain comes from the cloud, then he drinks. Otherwise, if there's no rain, he doesn't drink anything. And sometimes a thunderbolt comes from the rain cloud and strikes the bird dead. Still, Chatika bird picks his head up, opens his mouth, and waits. What the rain cloud will give, he doesn't know. A drop of water or a thunderbolt. But he never looks for anywhere else. He never looks anywhere else for his to satisfy his thirst. So what kind of mentality is that, huh? This is devotion. Complete self-dedication, genuine. Avaitakiya pratiyata, explained in the scriptures. Is not motivated. Therefore, it cannot be interrupted. Not motivated by any other desire except pure love for Krishna. It's possible. This is transcendental love. And these are the things that are described in the scripture for us to understand what is that higher thing. and not sentimental love that we find in the world. Not some sentiment, not superficial. This kind of love cannot be found in the world. Does not exist. Man and woman say they love each other, marry, have children, and then divorce. Not like that. I've seen even among devotees. They come, they serve Guru, and then they leave. I cannot understand that kind of mentality. Was never real. I heard some saying, says if you love someone, let them go. Let them leave. If they come back, then you know they love you. And if they don't come back, you know they never did. Some people are trying to hang on to love. Their loved ones hanging on, clutching. They don't want to let them go. That's not love. Let them go. Then see what kind of love they have. Then it will be the real test. Do we love because of our own insecurity of being loved, of being abandoned? Or do we love someone because of their own good qualities that we appreciate, that we admire? This will be the test. Their own inner determination, self-determination. That's the test of sincerity. Self-determination. Not because of something other than their own self, what they have in their heart. Otherwise, it's conditioned love, materially conditioned. Anyhow, there's great wisdom in the teachings of Rupa Goswami, especially regarding the heart, rasa. Rasa. How well that is developed within us. That is the real currency, you could say. The real currency of devotional, of spiritual life. That is a genuine thing. Devotee may face so many disappointments, so much hardship in their life. Those who are genuine, those who are sincere, they know these things. What is conditional and what is real. but evil. Not easy. Next verse. Raja Rasa Lampatasya Swayarachareshu Atma Nikshepaiva Paramokshara. And this is the verse I just quoted from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ashli Shiva Paradatam Punashtumam Adarshanam Mamahatam Karotuva Yatha Tataya Viradati Lampato Prananatas tu Seva Napara. Chaitanya Chandrasya. The acme of self-dedication is surrender to the whim of Sri Krishna, the paramour of Vrindavan. Krishna may warmly embrace this maid servant of his lotus feet, claiming me as his own, or he may break my heart by not appearing before me. He is wayward, and he may exploit me as he wishes, but he will always be the only Lord of my life. And this is how Mahaprabhu explained genuine love, genuine devotion. His own words. And the next verse, 23. Ma Odaryo Ilamaya Sri Chaitanya Charanatma Nikshepasya Paramatvam. Patra Vicharanam Akurate Naswam Param Vikshate Deya Vimarshako Nahinava Kalapratiksha Prabhu Sadyoya Shravadin Kshana Parmanam Pranamana Dhyanadina Durlabam Date Bhakti Rasam Saeva Bhagavan Gora Param Gati is Prabodhananda Padam. The dignity of casting oneself unto the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the hero in the divine pastimes of supreme magnanimity. He makes no distinction between the worthy and the unworthy, and he does not differentiate between himself and others. He does not consider who should be given to who. He does not consider who should be given to and who should not. And he makes no preparation for an auspicious or inauspicious moment. And he swiftly rewards the rarest nectar of pure devotion, beginning with hearing about the Lord, beholding him, making obeisance unto him, and absorbing one's thoughts in him. That Supreme Lord Gora Hari is my one and only shelter. By Prabodhananda Saraswati. This is the meaning of magnanimity. Mahavaranaya. Magnanimous. He makes no distinction. Magnanimous. Yes. Everything is embraced by him. Magnanimous. Magnitude. When you say magnitude, you mean these encompassing. How much is encompassed? Magnitude, great magnitude, great width, depth, everything. Magnanimous. Yes?
Can I ask a question? How are we to understand where it says he does not differentiate between himself and others?
How can he? Everything comes from him.
Hmm.
Right?
Hmm.
There is no second. It's called Advaya Gyan. Advaya means non-dual knowledge, non-dual cognition. Means that there is nothing besides himself. God can understand that. We have a problem. We understand, we say, okay, I am servant of Krishna. But everyone else, who are they? We think they are not servants of Krishna. They all are, even our enemies. They're all serving Krishna. Krishna is within everyone's heart. Sarvasya chaham hridishani vistha. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. Means I am within the heart of everyone. Sarvasya chaham hridi, the heart. Sarvasya all. Chaham, I am. Sarvasya chaham, I am in all. Shani vistha. Heard that? Hridi shani vistha. I am equally within the heart of everyone. How many can see that? When you talk to your enemy, and you talk to the naughty persons. You think Putana, Krishna is not there. He's also. Unfortunately, you have to love him also. What does Krishna have in mind? What is he planning? All these things we don't know. Not our position to know these things. So we have to allow Krishna's plan to work itself out. Our main job is to try to focus our mind on our service, our relationship to Krishna, to play our part like the puppet. Puppet doesn't have any free will of his own. Huh? He walks, he talks, he does whatever he does because somebody is pulling the string. Remember, if you heard that prayer by Srila Prabhupada when he was crossing the Atlantic Ocean, he said something like that. I am going across this ocean. I'm an old man. I'm having heart attacks, everything. Lord Krishna, I don't know what your plan is. Seems crazy to me. Doesn't make any sense to me. But it is your desire, the desire of my master, then I must do that. You may kill me or save me as you like. So who sees themselves in that way, then you see others that way also. You know, there's a saying in the scripture, Atmavan manyate jagat. Atmavan manyate jagat. Atmavan means myself. Atmavan. Manyate. Thinking. Mana. Manyate. And jagat, the world. Atmavan manyate jagat. As I am, I see the world. If you are a cheater, then you'll see everyone in that way. They're trying to cheat you. A thief, he's always worried about somebody stealing his own property. The innocent man, he sees everyone as innocent. Atmavan manyate jagat. As you are, so you will see the world. A Krishna conscious devotee will see Krishna everywhere. Prahlad Maharaj, he was put in so many difficult situations, but he always knew the Lord was there to protect him, even when his own father came to kill him. He could understand, yes, Krishna is there. No harm can come to me unless he wants that to happen. Is he in that pillar? Yes, he's there. And Hiranyakashipu took that sword and struck the pillar to try to kill Vishnu in that pillar. And he came out. Krishna came out as Nisringadev. I hear Nisringo, Ridaye Nisringo. He's very far away and he's very near as well. That's Vishnu. Everywhere. Atmavan Mandite Jagat. As you are, so you see everything else. So Krishna is the supreme knower of all things. He can see himself. He knows how it works, how this all works. Your idea is what is creating the object. I tell one scientist asked me at one conference. He said, "How can we bring the object and the subject together in one's knowledge? How can we combine them, subject and object, in science? How can we bring them together? They're opposites, subjective, objective. They're opposites. How can we bring the subject into science? What is the connection between the two? What kind of relation can exist between two opposing things? That's Descartes. Descartes said there is the thinking thing and the objective thing, the extended thing in space and the thought, the cognition, which is not spatial. Something is spatial, something is non-spatial. Then how does the relation? How can we bring subject and object together? How can we understand them in some scientific way? And I told the object is only what the subject knows it to be. What is the object? and what we know it to be. Our knowing and the object are not disconnected. They are intimately related, identical. If I look at the table in the room and I say it's wood made out of mahogany or cherry wood or something like that, depending on my knowledge of wood, I can tell exactly what type of wood it is. But that's based upon my knowledge that I understand it, this kind of wood or that kind of wood. But when a scientist looks at the table, they'll see, no, it's made of electrons. Protons, neutrons, electrons. And what happened? The object changed. Ordinary person looks at the table, sees a table. A man who knows something about wood sees this cherry wood or oak wood or something else. And the scientist sees electrons. Then what is the table made of? Are they all wrong? Are they all right? What? The object is what we know it to be. What if you could look at the table and see, I see Krishna. I see Krishna's energy. Well, it depends on our knowledge, on our where we are situated, consciousness. A person on drugs, who knows what they will see? They may see so many different things. And they will think that is real. So what we are experiencing, that depends upon the nature of the experiencer. Hegel gave the example. He said, when an ordinary man sees a picture, a painting or whatever, he may appreciate it or not. But when a cultivated man, a man who has some knowledge and education about art, when they see the painting, they will see something completely different that the ordinary person won't see at all. Oh, this is beautiful. This has certain proportions, certain qualities. They will appreciate it in a different way than the ordinary person. But it's the same painting, yet they will see it differently. Hare Krishna. Someone is looking at us. So we have to consider when we're looking, and not merely the eye is reflecting some light. Something is going on inside that we understand what we're looking at and interpreting it. Maybe you've seen some of these pictures of the illusion. They project different, how do you call it?
Optical illusion.
Optical illusion, optical illusion. Somebody will see this, somebody will see that. Same picture, but they'll see it in different ways. So it's not only looking, but it's seeing. Seeing is required. And that can be different. So how can Krishna see others and himself. That is Krishna's omnipotence, omniscience. He knows. By his knowledge, his transcendental knowledge. Srila Sridhara is always to tell us, don't criticize the environment. It is yourself you are criticizing. You're trying to find fault in the environment, but the fault lies within yourself. You think it's out there, but you don't recognize your own role, your own contribution to what the environment is bringing to you. And the poor worker, poor worker argues with his tools or his stools. What he is producing, he's arguing with that. Oh, he'll tell. No, I did not do a bad job. It was my tools were not good. They won't take responsibility. So like that. How to see it that way. It requires a little bit more than just ordinary knowing, ordinary consciousness. Haribo, Haribo, Hare Krishna. Okay. My Dandavats. Anybody have any questions? Jai Gurudev, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Shari Dev, Srila Santa Maharaj, Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Samaveda Bhaktivedanta Ki Jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna, please have a safe week. Happy week. My Dandavat Pranam to you all.
Dhanyavad.
Thank you.
Thank you.